Hey, give a round of applause for Machine, huh? Come on. Machine is awesome. Bryce, I love you, man. Guys, I can't really explain to you how excited I am right now. We're getting down to the end of it here. It's been a marathon. It's been an incredible weekend here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are in the lower bracket finals here. And remember, the winner of this goes on to play alive in the grand finals for $40,000. I'm so excited.
Yeah, as am I. I mean, this has just been an amazing weekend of matches non-stop. We've had so many epic series, and this series, we could have NesTea mounting a comeback here.
And remember, if NesTea mounts that comeback and he's able to get the W, he goes on to rematch against Alive. And you know what? If I had to throw my money down, I'd probably say the best matches of the tournament so far were NesTea and Alive. That was the winners bracket finals. They were so close, down to the wire, absolutely entertaining matches. So it would be great to see NesTea go to the grand finals, but Squirtle here, an absolute phenom, he is only one game away from going to the grand finals for $40,000. So see what happens.
And he is playing very, very well right now. However, NesTea with some great decision making in that hectic late situation in that game, made the right choices and was able to eke out the victory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, it looks like the countdown has begun and has finished. The players have spawned. NesTea there on the left, Squirtle on the right. NesTea finding some renewed energy. He is the blue Zerg. At the top right-hand corner of the map is Cloud Kingdom. Let's hear some noise for NesTea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, down in the bottom left-hand corner, Squirtle just dropped one game to NesTea, but he's still up 2-1. He's only one more away from that victory. I want to hear it for Squirtle.
Squirtle already dropping that pylon on the low ground at the natural, ready to get that Forge Expand going, which is what we've seen him use time and time again, except for that one game on Antigua, where he used that very interesting stalker push that ended up just killing NesTea outright, and that was a very quick loss in this series for NesTea. But after that last game, NesTea's got to have a little bit of confidence here. He was able to take him out in a straight-up situation, but it was a base trade situation, and he did make the right choices. If those two forces had collided head-on, who knows who would have come out ahead in that.
Yeah, it was really one of those, oh, I'm going to trade with you, you're going to trade with me. Whoever has the most men alive standing at the end is going to be declared the winner. It was very, very interesting. We'll see if NesTea, we actually haven't seen NesTea play a long macro game yet against Squirtle, and we're still hoping to see that this map, it does feature a lot of things that make it likely to go into the late game. We have a pylon block as well from Squirtle, so now NesTea's probably just going to opt to go right over to the other alternative expansion location and later on destroy that pylon and claim the natural.
Yeah, most definitely. He can't afford, oh, pylon does get canceled just in the nick of time.
Nice.
Oh, he's actually going to head back.
And NesTea decided to come back. NesTea should just throw a hatchery down right now. He just invested a bunch of resources into, gosh, I don't know what he invested into. Looks like he got an Overlord, but he's not going to have enough now to make that hatchery. And finally, there we go, being made.
So natural hatchery, just a little bit delayed here for NesTea. Not the biggest deal in the world, but you know, just one of those little things, slight little economic gain for our Protoss player Squirtle. And Squirtle just getting things set up at his natural. Let's see what kind of wall-in he decides to go with here. And we do have a cannon right there between the Forge and the pylon. Probably going to put a gateway and a cybernetics core down in front of those.
Yeah, he can definitely put the gateway cyber core and completely wall it off with really sturdy buildings. Definitely a good idea. The Zerglings now running out across the map. And what I'm really interested to see here is NesTea going to get that quick third? That's a good indicator that he wants to obviously macro up and then get that roach play going that he tried to employ in the last game.
And here we have NesTea just continuing to ling up right now. He does have 6 lings. There is the third hatchery as well. So getting out just enough lings to maintain map control. He's going to take both the Xel'Nagas. He does have those 6 lings out. Now, on the other side of things, Squirtle just hanging out, spending most of his Chrono Boost on his Nexus.
Yeah, just chilling at the Xel'Naga Tower, but the Zerglings come and ruin the piece. Probe's going to have to run away.
Look at the probe count right now, though, 22 to 13. That delayed hatchery, just getting those larvae out extra late, going to cost him a little bit in the economy.
Wow, he's really behind.
Indeed,
Drones, he's making a ton of Zerglings. That's why he's not going to try to play a macro game. He's got a bunch of Zerglings coming out. And once again, I reiterate, he's only got half the drones that Squirtle has. Squirtle has so much more economy right now. And what do you think he's going to be able to do with these Zerglings, Pain User?
That is a ton of Zerglings.
26 on the field.
And there we go, though. Squirtle did end up finishing his wall. Or actually, there's just one spot that he could use to plug with a Zealot. That's very common. But he's sending the Zealot out to the Zelnaga Tower, and he's scouting on the top portion of the map. These Lings are going to be able to run by. The Zealot's not there. There is no Zealot there at the wall. These Lings can run straight through. Huge mistake from Squirtle here. Running straight into the main. He's going to go for the Photon Cannon.
Will he be able to get the Photon Cannon down? Those probes are attacking the Zerglings to the south.
Oh my God, all the legs make it into the natural. Squirtle is in so much trouble here. He's got to just be reeling over that mistake.
And you know what? Squirtle saw those other hatcheries coming up, so Squirtle assumed NesTea was going for double expansion, gonna have 3 hatches. No way a bunch of Zerglings are gonna come. And NesTea just leveled him, man. He completely played the player, played the mentality, and he has his Zerglings inside the natural. Squirtle is done for. There's no hole to be made here. That's it.
The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, speedless Lings charging into his face, and there we go.
Wow.
And just when you thought NesTea was out of it, he manages to work his way back into the set.
And I think I'm making the safe assumption when I say that Squirtle did see all those 3 hatcheries, and from that he assumed, hey, NesTea is going to play a macro game. NesTea totally flipped the script on him and made Zerglings. He didn't even have speed, he had no gas, he just made a bunch of Zerglings, no upgrades, and he won the game outright.
Now, I'm trying to wrap my head around what NesTea did right there. If you really examine it and think about it, more often than not, when Protoss players see a Zerg with 3 hatcheries, they'll send out their first Zealot to scout the 3rd hatchery, to get a drone count, to see if there's a queen there. And that's exactly what he was doing. He was sending out the Zealot to scout the 3rd hatchery. Now, if NesTea anticipated this and was banking on him sending that Zealot out and filtering in with those Lings, that is a very, very deep level strategy, and it was executed perfectly. And honestly, I don't think NesTea is the type of player who would just flippantly build 30-plus Zerglings if he didn't have a really solid plan, and he executed that perfectly, and I'm just really impressed.
Great insight there, Pain User.
It's just so smart. It's so smart.
I've never even seen a Zerg do that before.
So smart.
Very, very intelligent play by NesTea, and he's actually tied this series up at 2-2 right now. The next player to win, the map is Tower and Malta, by the way, guys. The next player to win goes on to the grand final. NesTea is mounting the comeback that we didn't think he could, and now he's only 1 game away.
Fatigue, schmatigue. He's worked his way back into this. It's 2-2. We are all tied up, and we are going to go straight into the 5th and final match when we get back from this quick commercial break.